Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about planets in your different houses of your horoscope and what do the planets mean. Okay, so first I would like to explain to you what a Vedic astrology chart is like. Okay, you can get your chart pulled up from any of the reputed websites and then watch my videos on what all the houses represent. Okay, once you understand what all the houses represent, then you can watch this video on what all the planets represent. I'm going to have this video in different series also. So today we're going to talk about one planet, and in next video another planet. But we're going to talk about the qualities, the characteristics of the planets, what they do when they're sitting in different houses, etc. But I want to give you a little bit of a basic overview again, if you haven't watched the other video. This is your Vedic astrology chart. It represents 12 houses in your horoscope. You can pull your horoscope on any of the popular websites, good websites, and then once you pull up your horoscope, now you can see the planets that are sitting in your horoscope. This is how the houses, this will always be your house 1, and then this will always be your house 2. This will always be your house 3, and so on. So in your chart, you will not see the Roman numerals. You'll only see the regular numbers. You will not see these numbers. They will be different. This is a Kalpurush Kundali, which means the first house is the first lord, and then so on. But you may have a different planet transiting through it. I'm going to try to put a link to that video in this description, in this video's description, so you can click on that video. I've really explained it in much more detail on how your chart works, etc. But let's go ahead and go into planets, okay? Today we're gonna talk about in Kalpurush Kundali who owns what house, and we're gonna talk about their characteristics, okay? So the number that I'm sitting here now, number 1, not the Roman numeral, but the number 1 that's sitting in the first house. What is 1? Wherever you see the number 1 in your chart is going to represent planet Mars, okay? That's an Aries number, okay? As you know your horoscopes, you're going to see 1, you're going to say Aries. So it represents planet Mars. Mars rules Aries. So that house will automatically get the characteristics of Mars. Today we're going to talk about Moon. Moon is such an amazing planet in your chart. Moon is neither a benefic nor a malefic in your chart. As in my previous videos explained to you, how Venus is a natural benefic, Mars is a natural malefic, Jupiter is a natural benefic, etc. Moon is the original owner of house number 4, as you can see here. This is the Kalpurush Kundali. So 4 here represents the house, the Roman numeral 4 represents the house, and the number 4 represents the Rashi, which in this case is Cancer. Cancer, or Kark Rashi, is ruled by Moon. So let's talk about house number 4. Check out my other videos too. And let's talk about Moon. What is Moon? Moon represents your mother. As you can see, the owner of house 4. House 4 is mother. Moon represents your happiness. So Moon represents your happiness, your peace of mind. It represents your mind. If your moon is afflicted in your chart by any planets, say you have Rahu sitting in some connection with your moon, now it's gonna work on your mind like anything, okay? And you can see that in your chart, but you can fix it. So reach out to us. I'd love to help you on that. But if you have Rahu and moon connection somehow, but it plays mind games with you, especially if you have that kind of an affliction. Now, mind is like a liquid. It's like a fluid. It goes wherever it goes, right? Whatever you put in, it becomes like that. So whatever you start thinking about is how it becomes. So if you have good planets, associations with Mars, it's good. If you have bad associations, it could be a bitter malefic for you. Moon is like that. Moon can change colors fast in the chart. Moon represents your left eye as well. Moon is like water bodies, any kind of fear of water, things like that would be seen from how moon is in your chart. Moon represents women in your chart also. Venus does represent women, but moon in some sense does Judah's connection with the mother. So moon represents your real estate as well, your vehicles. It represents your happiness, your family environment, your mother, your subconscious. One of the biggest things that moon represents is the masses, how you connect with the masses. Okay. Now, to connect with the masses, you have to have, I feel, a certain quality, a certain motherly qualities. Think about it. When you're growing up, you listen to your mother most of the time for advice. Even when you're 30s or 40s, I mean, you still go to your mother to try to ask the mother's advice on a lot of things, right? So that's how people will connect with you. If you can come off in their subconscious mind as like a person who would not steer them wrong, which you shouldn't steer them wrong, then that is how it's connected to the masses, because people will connect with you as long as you think of their interest over yours. So that's what a mother does, always thinking of others' interest, thinking of their children's interest over hers, right? So masses could be the children. So when you have a good moon in your chart, you connect well with the masses. And you may see a connection of moon and sun somewhere in your chart if you're a famous person, or if you want to know whether you'll be famous, you can go ahead and take a look at that combination. And check out our videos on moon in all houses to get more information on that. So moon, wherever house it sits in, it's usually benefit for that house. It gives that house like a motherly quality. So if moon is sitting in your house number 9, you may see that you're very connected emotionally to your father, because house 9 is your father. And your father has motherly qualities towards everyone. For sure towards you too, but towards everyone also. But more towards you, a lot more towards you. If they had a number 4 sitting in that, then they would have the motherly qualities towards everyone. But if they have moon sitting in there, now those motherly qualities are towards you. So you have moon sitting in your 4th house. I mean, that's moon's house. So moon's happy there. That's moon's original house from Kalpurish Kundali. So you may be very connected emotionally to your mother. Anything happens in your mother's life, up and down, it really bothers you, and your mother is very emotionally connected to you. If you have moon in your 5th house, 5th house represents your love, your romance, also your children. You may be very emotionally connected to your love relationships, your romances. You get very connected, and you're also very connected to your children. Okay. Now, if there are any kind of afflictions in there, then that would play on your mind. Any afflictions with moon can really play with the mind without the native even knowing. So you definitely want to check on that. So anyways, I hope this was a good video for you and you learned a lot about moon. Check out my other videos, and we do personal consultations, so we'd love to help you. And thank you so much for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any updates. Thank you for watching.